How we doing, football fans? Today we are going to talk about some of the coaching decisions that have been made within the NFL within the past 24 hours. Starting with the first firing that has happened within the past 24 hours, which was Gerard Mayo being fired by the New England Patriots. The reason why he was fired was kind of the same situation Lovie Smith was in 2 years ago with the Houston Texans, with him being fired due to the fact that he won the final game, losing out on the number one overall pick. I think Gerard Mayo could have been a pretty good coach. I feel like I had seen nothing but that the locker room was happy to have him. The locker room had his back throughout the whole season, saying that he was a great coach, which, I mean, obviously a locker room or your players won't just come out and say it that they don't like him or don't want him. So maybe that isn't true, but I personally feel like they did. And to be honest, I don't know if Gerard Mayo will still be coaching in the NFL after this. I don't know if he'll ever be a head coach again after this. So I'm kind of intrigued on where he's going to go from here. The next one is actually a team deciding not to change their coaching and GM positions, which is the New York Giants deciding to keep Joe Schoen and Brian Dable. I think they made the right decision by keeping Brian Dable because I personally think that he could be the right coach for this team. There's no talent on this team outside of Malik Neighbors offensively, and there's some obviously young talent defensively, but it's not a great defense. What I'm surprised with is Joe Schoen staying with the team. I personally think this was his final season with everything that has happened with the decisions he had made this past offseason, mostly regarding Saquon Barkley. I really felt like this was the perfect time to let him go, but the Giants unfortunately decided to keep him. And finally, the most recent one was the Jaguars deciding to fire Doug Peterson. This made sense. He kind of indicated earlier in the season that this team needed a complete culture change, and to do a culture change you need to get a new head coach. It starts from the top, and I knew from there that this was going to be his final season. Now, just like with Gerard Mayo, I'm going to say the complete opposite. I think Doug Peterson's going to get another job within the coaching carousel this offseason. I would love to see Doug Peterson take an offensive coordinator position. I'm really kind of getting to that point where, all right, you were a head coach 2 times. You've obviously had success with both teams, but both times it ended poorly. So I would love to see him take an offensive coordinator position. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below.